we are depriving them of the sense of accomplishment. Yeah. Forget I made a lot of money, but the thing that excites me most of all are whatever I've accomplished on my effort. Sure. To give you a sense of worth. Yeah. And we are, in this country, we're going to pay a terrible price by not understanding the personal price that people pay for not having a sense of accomplishment.
Look, it's intrinsic to who we are.
So latitudes and platitudes. The order of the day for Mr. Langone and this Fox trot sycophant girl with him. And
he wanted a stuffed
they're rambling on.
Welfare. Yeah. And they whispered because it was a statement.
Yeah.
And these people that were on welfare, they didn't want to be on welfare. They wanted to stand on their own, just like all these.
I was going to finish this. This Langone guy, he's going on about the dignity and self-worth created by work and how he gives back to the community and how he feels good when he sees what he's done. Well, you know, I'm a capitalist, but there has to be rules or we go to ultimate predation. Capitalist comes from the term capitalize. There's all kinds of ways to be a capitalist. I could watch you come out of the bank knowing you just came out with a withdrawal, knock you over the head and take your money. Now, of course, that's a violation of the law and I'm a criminal. But you can't say I wasn't a capitalist. When we get hung up on words and the rhetoric of this guy, painting himself as some philanthropist who takes the Home Depot managers out to lunch once in a while. This bullshit artist, this dumb twit next to him here, talking about giving a boy a teddy bear and making him understand about where. Let me tell you what Home Depot has done, and that's the company Mr. Langone helped start. China is a black hole. I've said this forever. Where is the synthesis between our capitalist democracy and the Chinese cesspool of communism? Where is it? I'll tell you where it is. It's where the pocketbooks of congressmen and senators and K Street lawyers and crooked banksters and scumbags like this guy Langone begin and end. That's right. Because at any price, they'd sold their country out. Mr. Langone wants to talk about the dignity of a menial job. Well, let me tell you something. If I was a minority, I'd go on welfare before I worked for Home Depot or Walmart or Lowe's. I just came back from Lowe's. I bought a telescopic pole for painting ceilings made of aluminum. It looked like the Hyperpiste pikes that the Macedonians attacked Persia with. It stretches out to like 20 feet, and it's made of like a heavy aluminum. And I said, wow, I could conquer half the world with this. Then I screwed it into a broom, and the end broke right in half. This little plastic treads just snapped off like they were made of potatoes. I had to bring it back to Lowe's and tell the people what they're selling here is Chinese crap. And it looks pretty substantial on the side of the pole, but where it needs to be strongest at the point of impact, it fails. The woman behind the counter looked at me like I was speaking Klingon. And some man a little older than me felt like he was going to editorialize, and I asked him, do you really want to get involved in my business? Or maybe you want to mind your own business? He gave me the finger, and I started to walk toward him, and he ran out the door like a leprechaun. I got to tell you, it's amazing. I don't think I've ever gone to Lowe's or Home Depot without coming back with some substandard crap that I had to return because it completely was deficient. That's what we got from China. And while our politicians, i.e. government, got wealthy in the last 25 years since the Clintons polluted our White House, and Hillary sat on the board at Walmart, and they sent 60,000 GD factories to Chinkland, so these Chi-Coms could take us to the woodshed. And here's Donald Trump trying to stop it, and he's the bad guy. Let me tell you where Lenin was wrong. Lenin said, we will hang the capitalists with the rope they sell us. Here's where he was wrong. They're going to hang us with the rope we bought from them. And that makes it even more indignant and worse. And so when I see some guy like Langoni here get on Fox News and talk about the dignity of working for Home Depot, are you effing kidding me? Do you know how many people have been plowed under the ground that had viable, middle-class, living wage companies that are buried because of Home Depot, Lowe's, and now they're getting buried by Amazon and Walmart? Is this what you want? You want ultimate capitalism? You want ultimate predation? The synthesis that I alluded to between us and China. We've got every goddamn regulation under the sun to keep us down. Try to open a business in the state of New York, the vampire state. Go ahead, try. Watch what they do to you. They pound on you from the minute you send your papers in. All right? The process alone could kill you just to get a business registered. Forget about the prohibitive costs and then the $52,000 letters of penalties that they send to every business in America for workman's comp and health care. Yeah, they don't do that to Home Depot. Oh, no. They don't mess with China. They don't mess with China and Walmart. They don't do it. They don't mess with Lowe's, all that Chinese crap. Those are the wormholes to the black hole. All those outlets are wormholes to the black hole. If you know what a black hole is and you know what a wormhole is, read about it and you'll understand. They are unregulated, completely unregulated, and we let these Chinese commie monsters beat us at capitalism. So they'll hang us with the rope we buy from them, not the rope they buy from us. Because we don't make rope in America. We've given up on making everything. Let me quote the great hero of the left. We don't need these manufacturing jobs, and if we just send our people back to school, they'll get better jobs. Monica, stop that, Monica. Monica, get back under the desk. I think I hear Hillary. See, he became worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm a wholesale rep. I rep 7 companies. And in the tri-state area, 70% of the dealers I used to sell are gone. And I'll tell you the real tragedy. It's like reverse Darwinism. The best ones were the first ones to get out because they saw what was coming. And now you got these hanging on guys, these people that are opting to survive, paying $60,000 to $300,000 a year in property and school tax to have a decent sized store. Yeah. They hear about this down south and Chuck, why the hell do you people live up there? This is America. And in the vampire state, we are more of a communist country right now than China or Russia, if you live in New York, ever were. And Obama and the Clintons saw that the government gets 51% of every business that comes to China. So if you're GM Buick China, 51% goes to the government right off the top. Well, what do you think these liberals saw when they got in bed with China? Hey, we could do that back in America. And then we could be out on the yacht, you know, Hillary. We could fly anywhere in the world, and we're going to take in 51%. Let those idiots do all the work, just like those people in China. The fact that is so perturbing is that they got away with this for this long, or that this country is so bereft of honor and a sense of self, of who we were, because we're not that anymore. And now we got a generation of these little safe space losers that they've inculcated to become like the modern day French limp dicks. I'm not a predator capitalist. I believe in laws against monopolies. I believe the little guy ought to have a chance. But our government, which gives its own employees womb to the tomb protection and everything, pensions, health care, they tell you, well, I'm sorry, you're in the crab box with China, but that's just the way it goes. They've destroyed the middle class in this country. And in lefty states like New York, Trump's doing all he can to fix it, but there's no uptick here. New Jersey, Connecticut, Illinois, California, they're drowning in their own feces, literally. And this happened to Rome. They couldn't afford to hire Romans anymore. You needed a mason? Go get an Allen or a Visigoth, or an Ostrogoth, or a Hun. He'll do it for 1/10 the price. And then one day, you have no country.